Thanks for checking in, guys. Quick video tonight. I want to talk about next week. It's going to be warm this week. Not much to talk about. Warm this week. A lot of warm air in the area. Snow's melting. Should be completely melting except for the piles after this rainstorm comes through Wednesday night into Thursday. That comes through, and then some Arctic air comes into the region for the weekend. This little wave stays offshore, but things are going to get very interesting as we head into next week, and the models are all over the place. I'm just going to show you the GFS model here because it really doesn't matter at this point because the specifics aren't important, but we're going to end up having a big split flow in the jet stream. So you can see here's a northern branch, here's a southern branch. And when you get these split flows, models have a very hard time handling where all the energy is going to go. But one thing that is going to happen is we're going to see a big press of Arctic air next week, okay? And the period that I'm starting to focus on, there's two little periods. One is Monday into Tuesday or Wednesday. So it's really from Monday through Wednesday, looking for a storm to develop. Now, I don't know if it's going to be a New York City, Philadelphia storm, an inland runner. I can't tell yet, but I have some ideas, and I want to just take you guys through what I'm looking at without being too detailed, which is too far off. But as the time we get into Sunday night, let's look at a few things here. Let's take a look at the jet stream here. So we have this big ridge of high pressure just off the west coast, and you have all this energy pooling underneath. Now, the interesting thing is we have this little vortex here in eastern Canada, which is important because it is supporting high pressure to form just to the northwest of New England. And that's important because anything that tries to develop underneath this trough that's coming in is going to run into some high pressure as long as this stays. And a lot of the models are indicating that this vortex-like feature will be around for Monday into Tuesday. So what happens is you have a couple different disturbances. One disturbance right here and a big trough pushing down from the west. So you have this big ridge, big trough, drives down Arctic air. And we're going to have to see, does a storm want to develop somewhere, say, I would say in the Mississippi Valley, try to cut inland and then redevelop off the coast. I don't know if I see a coastal storm just coming in, coming from the Gulf right up the coast. I think we might see some more of an inland developer. But if this high pressure stays in place, we can have a big storm here, guys, next week. And again, looking at that big ridge, a ridge a little off of Montana does support development more inland, but with high pressure to the north, like I keep saying, we could see a storm jump off the coast. You can see the GFS, just to show it here, is flirting with the idea of a few storms developing. This is Monday into Tuesday. It brings a primary inland and tries to develop a secondary here, and then right behind it, it has another low pressure center developing on this massive Arctic front. I mean, look at this cold air, guys. If I pull this up real quick, look at this. Just the bottom just fell out. And that's all due to the ridging out west. So a lot of action next week. We'll focus on details, but for now, I am looking for a storm to develop. Been talking about this since last week. Don't know where in the eastern third, but somewhere in the eastern third is going to get lucky.